One thing I don't play about is my name. I cover my ass from A to freaking Z. I make sure that anything that I do is in black and white. It's written down somewhere. I make sure that I am covered in some way, shape, or form. Even if I have to record the conversation and have somebody else witness it. Or have somebody else present to witness what I'm saying. Like, I don't play. I was too trusting when it came to this entire situation. So I got screwed. Well, let's continue. So I get my apartment and I move in, and because of the state of the cafe, I just couldn't make it work. I mean, it was going down. And I kept trying. I put everything I had into it. But when I was putting more into the cafe, then I couldn't afford to take care of my own personal life because of all the things that, you're ruining my business, you're ruining my name, you're ruining this, you're ruining that, and then it was like, well, I still have my my flight attendant job at the time. And sometimes I had to close the cafe because I had physical therapy. I was out on injury, but I still was on workers' comp. So I had to, do what I had to do to keep my job. I don't care about that. All I care about is my name, my business. This is my... You're not here. I'm sorry, I thought it was mine because I'm the one that's paying all the bills. I'm sorry, I guess I had that wrong. You took my money, my deposit. I forgot I don't have a contract. You just got my money though. Oh gosh. And honestly, the things I'm saying now isn't new news. They've heard this. I'm not saying anything to y'all that I haven't said to them. That's why the smear campaign was very easy for them, because I wasn't holding back after I found out about them damn cameras. It's like, well, y'all telling everybody anyway. So I was no holds barred for me from then on out. Like, you are no longer somebody I trust, which means you are no longer my friend. You are no longer my leader. You are no longer somebody I could confide in and rely on. You left me out there to die in the wilderness, in the water, in the deep, whatever you want to call it. And then had the audacity to talk shit on my name. Like I was the problem. Crazy. Y'all want to know when I got a contract? And I'm laughing because I should have just left. You know what I'm saying? I should have, listen, Christmas Day, I should have put them keys on that damn counter and said, come get your shit. Since this is yours, come and get it then. I'm out. Well, I still had my job. But no, I just kept on trying to find a way to make it work. But I didn't get a contract till January, y'all. I didn't get a contract till January when I signed the lease in my name. And that's when I started getting calls from corporate. Because mind you, now I pulled out my little nest egg from my 401k. And now I'm sinking money into this place because now I'm paying all the bills. The money coming in isn't enough to cover anything other than the expenses, honestly. So there is no surplus. And honestly, it didn't even cover all the expenses because I paid the rent out of my own pocket. All right. So the cafe wasn't even really covering what I was told that it would cover. It was just going down and down. And I had no idea about the wintertime, right? I'm from Florida. I had no idea that it gets slow in October, November, December, and January. Had no idea. Okay, so it starts slowing down and it's just getting worse. Oh, and then that ice storm happened. My first winter in Ohio. My very first winter in Ohio. And it was a bad one. We were closed for 4 days. There was ice on the road, and by the time I reopened, so first of all, there was ice on the road. We were closed for 4 days. I got a phone call asking me what the fuck was I doing. I'm like, what are you talking about? How come the cafe's not open? Bitch, it's an ice storm. mean, cars can't even drive on the road. Miss me with that. But when I got back, because I didn't know that I was supposed to leave the heat on just a little bit. So I got back. Can you guess what happened? Yep. The pipes burst. So I came back to a flood. Water coming from the back of the cafe flooded the entire place. Okay? Flooded the new salon that was being built out next door. And I felt so bad. But you know what I heard? And find a way to make it work. You shouldn't have been closed anyway. You should have still, because if I had been there, I would have been open. I would have found a way to be there. I would have found out, oh, really? Really, you would have? I ain't seen nobody hopping on a flight to come help me. But I kept hearing what they would have done if they were there, but nobody was there to do what they told me they would have done had they been. So I'm in ankle deep of water, ice cold water. And at the time I had hired an assistant that I really couldn't afford, but I needed her because I needed help. Because at this point it was just me. So that my assistant and her husband, they came and they helped me get all the water out, and the people next door, thank God their new furniture for their salon wasn't damaged. I mean, I was worried, like, I'm going to be responsible to pay for their new shit, and then I got to pay for this shit to be fixed, Luckily, the pipe that burst was in the office, so it couldn't be seen. However, some of the ceiling, fell down, and so that was open for some time until I could afford to fix it, because the main priority was keeping the lights on, keeping, supply in the cafe. People came in for shakes, right? Shakes and teas, so I had to keep providing that. It was ugly to be told that they didn't care that there was an ice storm, that I couldn't get there, and then when the pipes burst, it wasn't, what can I do to help? It was, what's wrong with you? How could you let that happen? I'm sorry, what? You knew what the winters were like here. You've been here. Why not set me up for success? I'm your predecessor. Why not sit me down and say, hey, so this is what, during these months, this is what it's going to look like. So this is how you need to prepare for bop, 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 bop. Do you think that would have happened? That's what I thought should have happened. That's what leaders do. They prepare their people for success. But I wasn't the one that they wanted to prepare. I was the fall girl. I was the one that had to take the fall for the failure of what was failing before I even got there. I was the one. I was chosen. I was chosen to be the fault nigga. That's what I said to my friend. Well, actually, one of my shareholders. I was like, bitch, I'm the fault nigga for this shit. I'm going to be the one that's blamed for everything falling apart. The story's going to go that everything was great till I got there. And when I got there, it all fell apart because of me, because I didn't know what I was doing. And oh, if that's not the narrative that was painted, shit. Of course it was. Everything was supposedly great until I got there, and then all of a sudden it fell apart. Well, this is what else was going on. So from October to January, it was extremely slow, and I'm thinking it's just because of the weather. Until one day a customer came in, and she said, did you know that it says that you're permanently closed on Google? I said, what? She said, yeah, so it shows that you're permanently closed on Google. She said she went over to our sister cafe because it said we were permanently closed. And they told her they're not closed. So she came over to personally show me. And I'm grateful that she did. Because I had no idea that for 4 months, we were listed as permanently closed and nobody was coming for that reason.